men, they cared for him, refused to hand him over to the Taliban. They got him back safely to our forces. Marcus's story teaches us that even on the worst battlefield...
Justice. No. Can I ask a question? It's not just civil rights. It crosses our society across race, class, and place and creed. Not just civil rights. And he lived for social justice. That is very important. Your man Beck. Hold on. Your man Beck is trying to make that a dirty word, so that he can then devalue those goals. That's it. Okay, that's it. But this is what I want to know. I want you to give me some specific examples of when Martin Luther King talked about the 1% of the country having too much control. Give me some specific examples. No. You can't just say he talked about it. You got to tell me specifically. When did he say that?
Said we need to. He was a radical. You may have a whitewashed notion of Dr. Martin Luther King.
No, I've probably read 50 times more about Martin Luther King than you.
He was a radical who believed in radical redistribution of wealth.
One speech.
One quote, one speech.
We can talk
one
snippets.
Quote, one speech. One quote, one speech.
This is what you do.
No, you're doing it.
You know all about it, but you know one quote for one
He was about civil rights. Civil rights does not mean...
Listen,
civil rights, yeah, that's the best you can do. That's the liberal argument. The liberal argument is you're an idiot.
One quote in one speech.
These are idiots.
Yeah. This is the land of opportunity, not the land of guarantees. Social justice is about guaranteeing people things that they cannot earn on their own. Okay?
That's the mantra of a useful idiot. You know that? Calling someone they're an idiot? That's the mantra of a useful idiot. So congratulations.
What's your name?
Marco Celia.
Celia. Okay, and what group are you with?
CelebrateTheDream.org and the other 98%.
Okay. And so what brings you guys out today?
We're trying to remind knuckleheads like this, we're trying to remind people that Dr. King was a champion of social justice and civil rights. He's co-opting and exploiting it, and he's trying to redefine what social justice means so that he can destroy it in order for a narrow political agenda.
What political agenda do you think he's trying to push here? I mean, they say that they say this thing is nonpartisan.
Well, of course, they wrap themselves in the flag and nonpartisanship, try to appeal to independence, but really it's a far-right radical sliver of the society that doesn't represent the majority of Americans, but they're trying to make it seem so that they can win narrow political games in November.
Yeah.
Her father and her uncle.
What's your name?
My name is Steve Armbruster. I'm with Get Out of Our House, Go.
All right, and what brings you out today?
There's a bunch of people here who are patriotic. They want to restore honor to our nation. It's time for us to restore honor to the House of Representatives. We're asking people to go check out our website. We got a plan to remove the politicians from the House of Representatives.
Remove all of them, Republicans, Democrats?
All of them, Republicans, Democrats. It's a nonpartisan plan. We believe that the career politicians have been corrupting the system and have been ruining our nation for the last 60 to 100 years. It's time for us to put real, honest people in who knows what the Constitution says and will actually abide by it.
Who are you going to replace them with?
We're actually going to have a vetting process. The people who join our group are going to be the people we choose from.
Okay, and like all across the country?
Across the country, all 435 districts.
What sort of ideals are you looking for people with?
The only thing that we require people to subscribe to is term limits. If they say that they'll support term limits for the House of Representatives, then we want them to define their platform and then let the people in their district choose whether or not that's somebody that they can trust and rely on to represent them in the House of Representatives.
Okay. And how long are those term limits?
Term limits right now is set at 2, but we're open to expanding them to 3.
Okay.
All right.
What are some of the biggest issues for you that Beck is talking about?
Just that we need to get back to our principles and our values. We need to be honest. We need to be true.
Now, what's the tie-in for you? I mean, what's the tie-in for you with the Martin Luther King, anniversary? Is there, do you think that he's continuing some of the things that Martin Luther King discussed?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hope, freedom. I mean, this is beyond any color lines, anything like that. Just integrity, honor, things of that nature.
I think that the Tea Party is being misunderstood. That's the basic point. The T stands for taxing up already. There's nothing cynical about it. There's nothing ethnically charged about it. So I don't understand why people are trying to twist it around. Where Martin Luther King would stand today, I think he would stand alongside Beck and his beliefs. He was, of course, a minister. Beck's very religious, and I really think that they would really be standing side by side. in their beliefs.
Well, it took us about 5 hours. So we come last night, got here about 1 o'clock, got up about 5 this morning. Wow. And ate breakfast and come on over here. We parked at Arlington and we walked over here. Oh, wow. The government can cut back on a lot of things, then we the people won't have to keep them up so much. They don't realize what poor people live like.
What are some of the things you propose cutting?
Well, I really don't know what to cut, but I think they
They need to have term limits so where they don't retire on our dime.
Some things that we got are unnecessary, so we can go back on those.
He is making money off of you guys. That's all. He's using you as a cash cow. What do you mean they don't give you a break? What break do you deserve?
Unemployed
Right. What do you deserve?
Right to be taken
And
away.
you don't get
Give
equality?
millions of dollars to them. Millions of
Since
dollars.
when?
Don't you feel bad that he lives
Doesn't
in
give you
a
equality.
mansion?
Why? Because you're white?
He didn't earn it. What did he do to earn this? It's a shock job.
Affirmative action is about equality.
My name is Mark Hoffman. I'm from Washington, D.C., right here. And I came out here because anybody who instills fear in a public against anything is by definition a terrorist. He's trying to instill fear in people that our government is destroying our country when I've seen no evidence to support such a claim. And that is terrorism. You don't have to kill somebody. I've seen a lot of people out here saying, so how many people did Glenn Beck kill today? You do not have to kill somebody to be a terrorist. But to instill fear in others is, by definition, terrorism. Well, making such accusations like Obama is a racist and saying that Obama is destroying our country is trying to create support for his movement against the
I don't know
government.
if I've ever heard him say that.
He said Obama hates white people.
I've seen it on Fox News. He has said Obama...
Oh, you know, I think he did say it once. I think you're right. And I remember him talking about that. Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's trying to instill fear against Obama for a specific demographic group. And that just kind of proves my point of terrorism. I'm not saying he's a baby killer.
He's very honorable. He's for everybody. He's not against anybody.
I believe our current government's the exact same way. I don't see
And that's
them.
fine. That's fine. It isn't about the guy. I mean, he's been doing history on America, and it's a wonderful job he's doing.
He did not even know that this location was the anniversary and location of Dr. King's speech.
Let me tell you how I said that. I did not say they were talking about. You said I back up about to say, and I said no. There are people that say they think. I know. You know what? No, I didn't. I'm sorry, lady. Excuse me. You twisted everything that I've said, and you're not one I can debate with because you twisted it. That is an
Oh, you been Jesus' word. You been Jesus' word to make it conform to what you believe. You say you're gonna pray for a Muslim, but you won't pray for a bad one. It doesn't make.
Do you read the
God said He
Bible?
prays for all souls.
Do you read the Bible?
I read the Bible. Thank you. I read the Bible. I read.
Don't put your hands on me. Because you said you did what you did, but I don't.
It's turned into a problem.
And you should.
You know what? I
She
don't
does
care
selective
if he's
prayer. That's a great
Muslim.
thing.
I don't care if he's Catholic. Whatever it takes, it does. Whatever it takes to move this country
Right.
forward. Okay.
You don't want her praying for you. It's selective prayer. She don't pray for the bad ones. Just the good Muslims. Not the bad ones. Selective prayer. You gotta love it.
Because
I
you
hope I
said
don't ever get in there. I hope I never get sick.
because you praise the Lord, we all want to make it to heaven one
She got
day.
selective prayer.
I hope to see you
Pray for the
all
bad
there
ones,
in
only the
heaven
good people.
one day. Because it's heaven or hell.
The thing that bothers me is when they come over here and they try to take our religion and our Jesus away from us and our Christianity.
How are they trying to do that exactly?
And they give the freedom to the others.
How are they trying to do that?
Well, right now I see that in so many ways they're just trying to take God out of everything. And when they took him out of the schools, the forces of evil moved in. Years ago, when I went to school, we said the Lord's Prayer, and it sort of set the tone of the day that there was a supreme being in charge. Then chewing gum and throwing spitballs. I mean, we were accused of that. That was the worst things that we could do. We couldn't even hold hands in the hall. And now, rape, murder, and everything goes on in our schools. Drugs, you name it.
Do you think that's because of prayer? That because there's no more prayer, that's why that's going on?
I think when they moved God out, prayer and prayer was a part of God. I think when they moved God out, forces of evil move in.
Do you think Obama was born elsewhere, like in another country, or do you think he was born in Hawaii, or what's your thoughts on that?
I'm still checking.
Still checking?
Still checking. And I'm still following those that are really checking, because I'm still following those that are checking everything out, because I want what's best for America. I love America. I'm very patriotic. And I made a vow years ago when Madeline O'Hare took Gray out of schools. When our kids were grown, I would be real active. I'm a very grassroots activist as far as trying to get God back into America. I do not like his policies. And I did not vote for him, so I'll be perfectly honest. And a lot of things that I've had concern about have come to light. So you can take it from there.